In a new court filing, attorney David Fisher is asking a federal judge to dismiss his client's indictment, claiming a violation of the Sixth Amendment right to counsel. Fisher argues the federal government's failure to pay Criminal Justice Act or CJA panel attorneys since July has effectively denied defendants their constitutional right to legal representation.
If the federal government is not able to pay for the representation, that could be a problem in that you are not going to have appointed counsel willing to take cases without being paid.
CJA panel attorneys were told they'd be compensated by October 1st, but with the government shutdown, it's unclear when they'll receive that back pay. Professor Mary Beth Moylan says ripple effects could reach into the state court system.
One of the things that the lawyer who brought this case has said is that in this particular case, there are state criminal laws that could have been brought. The federal government is the one that decided to bring this suit, but it's possible that if the federal case was dismissed, there would still be a state proceeding, and the state government is still funding defense attorneys for criminal defendants.
She warns that as unpaid attorneys stop taking new cases, trials could be delayed, especially for defendants who can't afford private counsel.
I think it actually impacts the whole system, because if we end up having overwhelmed federal defenders' offices that need to be seeking extensions, that can't do the work that their office needs to do, then the courts end up being not able to properly function.
Nationwide, there are 12,000 CJA panel attorneys that handle about 40% of all federal criminal cases. In Sacramento, there are 40, and without them, federal public defenders could be stretched thin.
The overall administrative functioning of the court system is another concern. When you have some part of the legal system that is being starved of funding, it actually has ripple effects for the whole system.
So far, Fisher's motion is the only one filed in Sacramento, but a source tells KCRA that more attorneys are considering similar motions to dismiss federal cases, which could burden the federal defender's office. Marisela de la Cruz, KCRA 3 News.
Now, it's still unclear if this case will be dismissed. The next hearing is set for October 23rd, but if this case is dismissed and refiled in state court, it would mean that it would be prolonged for the defendants.